And it's the bit about when we say the ABC, action, being, completion. This is the bit about being. So we're saying that when you're in the present tense, anything's possible, everything's possible. We looked at these filter systems that we say, that's where we come from. Well, how do you not come from your filter systems? How do you not do that? We are our filter systems, so how do you not do that? One way of not doing that is to be present in the present tense. Okay? Then, of course, the next question is, well, how do you do that? Well, we're going to show you how you do that. We're going to show you one way of doing that. We'll show you different various ways throughout the course, but this is one way, a way that you can turn off and turn on. We call it the learning state. It's also called the Hakalau. It's also called peripheral vision. Now, the peripheral or peripheral vision is actually quite a well-known phrase. I hear it a lot in sport, where somebody says, oh, he saw him from his peripheral, which means they weren't looking at them, but they saw them over there when they were looking this way. The peripheral, the Hakalau, it's a very ancient technique, which comes from thousands of years ago, from martial arts. The lineage that we know is from Hawaii, and the word Hakalau is from Hawaii. And it's from the times when people were learning those arts, those esoteric arts, martial arts. And when you're being trained, you weren't just being trained in how to move your body, you're being trained in how do you use your mind, how do you use your senses to have full awareness of the fact of reality of what's around you at the time, rather than be in the emotion or be in the fantasy of life. So if you take it as a martial artist, I don't do martial arts, by the way, so any movement I do is not taken from an orthodox martial arts movement, okay? So martial arts coming into a fighting situation, or a confrontational situation, or a challenging situation, he or she would need to know completely what's around them, everything. So if you had 4 people coming towards you, and you only had your tunnel vision, you can only do one at a time. Then it's too late, because the next one's upon you. So they learnt this art of peripheral vision, or Hakalau, so they're able to use their martial arts and know where everybody is and be able to confront, fight 4, 5, 6 different people at the same time. Even to know when somebody was behind them. That's the bit where it goes a little bit past logic, but to know when somebody's behind you. They say phrases like eyes in the back of your head. That's the same kind of connotation to peripheral vision. You know what's behind you. Now, you're going to be using a different part of your body to do this. Normally, when we're using our senses, we use the things that we know. Eyes, ears, nose, mouth, touch, like that. You're going to be using a different sense. This sense is more akin to this area here, which we know commonly as the third eye. So, normal vision, foveal. We're going to be looking at how you get into the peripheral vision. So, a friend of mine, Adam, uses this quite often, even for stuff like golf coaching. He's a golf coach as well as a normal coach. And there was one guy one time, and he was playing his golf, and Adam knew that this guy was a very good golfer. He's off scratch, he plays off pars, that's professional standard. Yet the guy around the greens and putting and stuff like that, it was all going wrong. He's completely fluffing it. He got, I think it's called the gyps or something in golf. When you could do your short game, everything was going wrong. So Adam said, do you want me to do some work with you on this? The guy goes, yes, please. So Adam showed him this technique. Within 5 minutes, the guy, short game, back to absolutely perfect. Why? Because it takes away everything that's distracting out of your system. In this state, there's only pure awareness. That's all there is. Yeah. Pure awareness. It means your whole system is being used up by absolute awareness of everything around you. So right now, as you're looking through your eyes and feeling through your senses, there's millions and millions of bits of information coming into your systems. If I asked you consciously what's coming into your system, you'd be able to name about 6 or 7 or 8. That's all. But there's millions of bits of information coming into your systems right now. That's the kind of awareness. Now, for instance, right now, you guys can see all of this. You can see all of this, and you can see this, and you can see this, and you can see this. You can see the blue colour there. You can see all these pens. You can see the floor, all the patterns on the floor. You can see the difference in gradients and colours. You can see the ceiling. You can see the blinds. You can see the screen. You can see me. You can see every single button. You can see everything. Yet if you're looking through your filter systems, it chunks it down to about 6 pieces, and that's it. But when you're in the periphery, everything is there, and you're aware of everything. So you're not inside your head. You're not in your fantasies. You're not in your filter systems. So that's where we're going. That's how you can be present to what's actually happening at any one second, at any one time. Okay? Okay, so let's do this together. However you get this is your own personal experience. What you'll end up with when we're doing it is you'll just be aware of everything around you, and you won't be having thoughts in your head that are separate to everything else. That's how you know you're in it. Or you might get a certain feeling inside yourself that you've just gone into a different state. You know, it's different for everybody. So don't try and, you know, do it the way you think somebody else wants you to do it. It'll be yours however you do it. But I'll show you how to do it. And it's very easy as well. So I'll put on a little bit of music for you. Same bit of music we just had. And what I want you to do is, you may find there's a spot on the wall somewhere or other. Just happens to be there. So I don't know, the hotel just leaves these spots around the hotel for some particular reason. So if you would, just allow your eyes to be looking at that in absolutely your normal way. That's called conical vision, foveal vision. Just look at that spot the way you normally would. But the next thing I'd like you to do is to expand your awareness. Expand your awareness so that now you can see not only the spot on the wall, but you can see the 2 corners of the room at the same time. So as you're looking at that spot, you can also see and be aware of the 2 corners of the room at the same time. Got that? Good. That's easy. Now, next thing is, as you're holding what you've got there already, allow your vision to come down both sides of the walls whilst holding your awareness at the front of the room, on the spot and on the 2 corners. So now allow your awareness to come down the 2 sides of the walls whilst holding your awareness. And as you're doing that, you can also start to see things moving out of the corners of your eyes. So I want you to hold all of that in your awareness. The dot, the 2 corners, the sides of the walls, and also now you're in the periphery, you can also see things moving right out at 180 degrees. And then the next thing is, this is really going to expand your awareness, is allow your awareness to come all the way behind you whilst holding everything you've got in your awareness. So that means the feelings. You can feel your back on the back of the chair. You can hear my voice coming from behind you. Your awareness is also behind you at the same time. Those of you who may be even aware that you can see behind you too, that's very expanded. But for now, just know that your awareness can extend all the way behind you. So now you've got complete and utter 360-degree awareness, not just even the peripheral. And just keep doing that, because what you're doing is exercising this particular muscle that you've got, this gland that you've got inside you. So some of you might get it and you might lose it. Sometimes it happens that way. You get it, you kind of think you're doing, all of a sudden you're thinking about mashed potatoes. You go, oh, there we go. That's okay. Just then put yourself back into it again. Look back up at a spot on the wall, corners of the room, allow the awareness to expand, and then also come behind you.